Hey everyone, in today's So Craftastic Crafty Friday video, I'm showing you how to make beaded pearl bracelets with a charm. The difference between these and other bracelets I've made in the past is that this is the first time I'm trying my hand at beading wire and crimp beads. So these bracelets are a little bit more sophisticated and elegant, but if you don't have the supplies that I'm using in this video, don't feel like you can't participate in Crafty Friday. You can always use any type of string you have around the house. I actually really like using the stretchy string and putting beads on that and just tying it off. So don't feel like you can't make a bracelet if you don't have all the fancy supplies. I just want to teach you guys some new techniques because I've been so afraid over the years to try using crimp beads and wire and fancy jewelry making supplies, so I'm finally doing it and I'm really happy that I did. They're stackable bracelets, but just be careful which charms you pair together or you'll sound like a jingle bell when you're walking down the street. It'll be like Christmas in September. Yeah. A little announcement for you rainbow loom lovers before we get into this tutorial. I want you guys to know that I do have a new rainbow loom bracelet tutorial coming up next week, so probably next Wednesday you'll see a tutorial for the cinnamon twist. For those of you who don't like rainbow loom, don't worry either because I do so many different things on this channel, such as these pretty bracelets, and I have a lot of fall videos coming up, so fall decor, fall treats, and Halloween type things, so please stay tuned and let's just get into the tutorial. Snap ring, ring-a-ding jingle. For this project, I'm using beads, all sorts of beads. I'm using pearls, glass beads, just all different colors and sizes. And something that's optional but definitely adorable is to add a metal charm. I'm also using bead stringing wire, some crimp beads, and a crimper tool. Along with a clasp and also a jump ring if you're going to add a charm. These are the bracelets that I was wearing at the beginning of the video. You can see that I have different types of beads. They're not just pearls. If you don't have glass beads, it's okay. You can use plastic ones. They make really pretty plastic beads, such as the ones in this bag. Here's a closer look at the bracelets in case you didn't get to see them too well at the beginning. I got this charm from a bead fair in Tulsa, and then the teapot I think was from Etsy, and the mockingjay was from Etsy as well. But all of these supplies that I'm showing you out on the table, such as the beads and the beading wire, the crimp beads, the jump rings, I've gotten all of that stuff from Michael's. For the tutorial, I'm going to be using these Bead Gallery glass beads, and I'm just going to mix beads from both strands just to kind of do a different pattern. Whoa, they all rolled away. Go ahead and cut and gather all the beads you'll need, and then you're going to decide which size wire is going to be best for your bracelet. Just look at the holes on the beads and make sure that your wire can fit through that hole 2 times, because at the end of the bracelet you'll need to put the wire back through the bead a second time. This is how I test it, so I've decided I'm going to use the 0.38 millimeter. So I took some of the beading wire and I just unraveled it. I don't think that that's focusing. I'm leaving it on the spool, and then I'm going to start stringing my beads on. You can come up with a specific pattern or just do a total random combination, and you're going to just keep beading until it's almost big enough for your wrist. You will want to keep in mind that the toggle clasp or whatever clasp you're using is going to take up a little bit of space, so if you don't want it too big on your wrist, make sure that you stop beading when there's just a little bit of space left. And if you already have a bracelet made like I do, then you can kind of lay it next to the beads that you're stringing on to see that it's the same length, and then you'll know when to stop beading. Also, if you can tell at the end of my bracelets on either side, I usually put a silver bead of some sort, and on the blue one I even put a different colored bead on the ends. Of course, the other end of the wire is connected to the spool still, so you're gonna have to cut it, but make sure that you leave a few inches on each end to work with and to add the clasp to. I'm going to cut right there. If you're a beginner, you might want to leave a little bit more wire at the ends, but as you work on them more and more, you'll get a feel for how much you need to leave. Alright, now you're going to choose a clasp. I'm going to use this toggle clasp. And when you buy your string, you're going to figure out which size crimp bead or crimp tube you're going to use with the string. So this one says that it will work with a number 1 or a number 2. This package is a number 1. Basically, it's just the size of them, so it's not too confusing. I'm just going to be using these, which I already have opened. You'll need 1 crimp bead per end. I also just purchased these crimping pliers. If you don't have a pair of crimping pliers, you may be able to just use regular ones, but I don't think they'll work as well. Again, I got these from Michael's. On this end, we're going to place a crimp bead. Then you're going to put 1 part from your toggle clasp onto the wire as well. There we go. Then you're going to stick the end of the wire back through the crimp bead only, not back through this. It's going to go around the toggle, over it, and then through the crimp bead. I got the end of the wire back through the crimp bead, and also you'll want it to go through a couple beads on the string, so that's what I meant about doubling the string through the beads, or doubling the wire. It's stringing wire, so I can call it string or wire. You'll want to leave a little bit of a loop at the end, like I have here. It doesn't really matter how much, but I think this is about the biggest you would want to leave, maybe. And of course, make sure you're holding on to the other end so your beads don't fall off. So take your crimper tool, or crimping tool, I don't even know if you can say either or, but you're going to place it so there's a little notch. Since this is a smaller crimp bead, there's a little notch that will hit it in the middle, and then you just push down really hard and make sure that it's closed. This end is complete, so we're going to move on to the other end, of course. And again, you're going to place the crimp bead on the wire and place the other end of the toggle clasp onto the wire as well. You know the drill. You're going to put the end of the wire back through the crimp bead, and then you're going to place it through just a few beads. It doesn't really matter how many. There, I got it. This end was a little bit difficult for me at first because you want all the beads to be pushed over to the other side as far as they can go. So this is all the leftover string, and the trick is to get the loop on this side to match the size of the loop on this side. So you'll keep pushing the beads on the end closer to the beads in the middle, and then hold on to them and pull the wire. And you can see that when you do this, it makes the loop on the end shorter and all the extra string comes out over here. It's really not that hard once you get the hang of it. I don't know why I had a problem with it, but it's easier if you double the string back through whatever amount of beads you want to before you do this step. So I have mine through 2 beads, and I might just cut it and try to put it through another one, but it's okay if I don't. That looks good, and I'm just going to take my crimping tool and just flatten out that crimp bead. Yay, look at that, it's on. As you can see, it got twisted, which is okay, it will still stay, but I was looking through the viewfinder of the camera instead of actually watching what was going on, so yeah, but it's okay. Ideally, you want it to be straight like this one. I'm just gonna snip the wire, and then I'm just gonna try and put it through a couple more beads. An easy way to do that is to take your pliers and just grab towards the end where you cut. So now it's through, and that gets rid of the extra wire. Finally, I'm going to choose a charm, and I've had the owl in mind for this color combination, and also a jump ring. What I'm going to do is open the jump ring with 2 pairs of pliers. I'm going to use these little mini pairs. When your jump ring is open like that, you will put the loop of the charm, and then I'm going to put it through this loop of wire, and then I'm going to shut it back up with the pliers. Here's what it looks like. The little jump ring is through the beading wire and it hangs down really cute. And the cool thing about toggle bracelets is I can actually put them on my wrist really easily by myself. So look at that. If you end up making your own beaded charm bracelet, then please show me on Instagram. What you'll want to do is just put a picture of it on your Instagram account, and then in the photo caption use the hashtag SoCraftastic, and I'll look through those tags and see all the pretty bracelets that are posted there. And my Instagram name is Sarah Lynn T, by the way. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any other types of jewelry tutorials that you really want to see, any type of jewelry, just something really cool, and I will try to do it for you. For those of you who are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see, because I do put out a new crafty DIY every single Friday. It's called Crafty Friday, and I also do try to put out other videos throughout the week as well. It could be a haul, a tag, another DIY, so I have tons of stuff in store and a giveaway coming up, so stay tuned. Last week on Crafty Friday, I showed you guys how to make a deco phone case. Look at that. I've actually been using this for the past week now, and I love it so much. It's so beautiful and so custom and one of a kind. It makes my heart happy, okay? I like it a lot. So I also really liked the photos that you guys sent to me, and I got a lot from Instagram, of course, and some from my Facebook fan page and Twitter as well. A lot of you guys decorated your phone cases, and there were some super creative ones, some super beautiful ones. All of them were very cool, and I really appreciate that you sent your photos in to me. Thank you so much. Remember to please check out all of my links in the description box of this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Have a great rest of the day. Bye! Okay, here we go. Hey everyone, in today's So Craftastic Crafty Friday, thank you iPad for ringing. And as you can see, there's a hair here. Cool. Ring-a-ding jingle. My name's Chris Kringle. Oh, that is bad. Oh, look at that. You can't even see it because it's not focused. And other bracelets I've made. Hunger Games charm is noisy. So like, look at me. I'm a bird. If we take away that one, they're not as bad. You have been demoted to the floor. Not as loud. I like it better. Oh my gosh, what? And it also just prints. On a closing note, today I filmed a couple of videos for my Sarah Lynn fashion channel. I filmed the No Mirror Makeup Challenge and a fairly large clothing haul. It's kind of like a fall clothing haul. So if you guys are interested in that, go over to my Sarah Lynn fashion channel. They are not posted yet because I just filmed them today and I haven't edited them yet, but I should have one up really soon and then one up within like a week after that. A bug just hit my window and left. I am the queen of entertaining stories. All hail.